And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the first show of March 2025. Makers and movers, how are you doing today, folks? Today's topic is going to be burnout's killing your business. And this is going to be 5 tips to kind of take back your time. I've been struggling. I am not going to lie. I've been struggling the last few months on stuff. And, I just had a conversation this morning with somebody that says, it's pretty much like, I'm done. I'm really just ready to give up, and not because I'm not good at it. I just want to have the consistency with it. So I had a conversation about that, and I'll continue that. I told him I can go on live. I'll continue that conversation here because that's, one of today's topics is burnout is killing your business. So it's your first time here, a long time here, and you know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. And we are holding ourselves accountable, folks. So give me 5 things that you are going to accomplish today. It's a little drizzly, rainy here. I think it's supposed to get up to like 50, maybe 50, 60. And then it's like trash the next 2 days, like crazy storms, whatever. It is just, I don't know. I haven't paid attention enough to it to see how much it's going to be trashy out. It's like 38 degrees and rainy right now. But yeah, storms like the next 2 days. So good times with that. Coffee in the cup, my friends. And for 5 things. Go through all our emails from Friday, the weekend, this morning. So I haven't touched those yet, but usually that's like number 1 on my list. This morning, just had other stuff to go through. Follow-ups, design work, schedule content, and calls. I've got DTF printing in there, but that's already been started. That's what we're working on now, so that one's off the list. But those are the 5 things that I have to get done. I've got this call, another call, and now a 3rd call today. That's all on the schedule. Content, because it's a new month, make sure that we have all of our stuff out there. That's our regular scheduled content, our affiliate links. Remember, affiliate links are free. Use them. Design work. We've got a couple different stores that we're working on design stuff for, so we got that. Follow-ups to emails to calls from last week to see where things are at that, and just emails in general. So let me know, what are your 5 things today before we get into it? Barb checking in. Good morning, Barb. North Central Minnesota. 28, sunny, water and cup. 5 things, quotes, work on taxes, errands, customer drops off, laser test. Very, very nice. Jerry, did you get your Facebook back? I could have swore I seen something posted from Windmill over the weekend. So I think you got your Facebook back. Tell us, did you? Tim, good morning. 31 out there in Toledo on the way to 44. Coffee is just about done. Then pink monster after. That's not a bad way to start. Not a bad way to start. Hi. Hey, Tim, Barb, and Tom, I'm Tim. I'm Todd, Barb, Tim, Jerry. Sarah, good morning. 34, mostly cloudy. Coffee in the cup. Jeff's checking in from northern Kentucky, where it's 33 and sunny. Diet Coke in the cup. 5 things. Nothing new. Same thing every day. Rena, good morning. 41. Brrr, in SoCal. Yeah, but you're going to get to like 65 or something today, so I doubt it'll be that bad. Like, really, don't do it. I don't think it. So, today's topic, I want, this is only as good as you guys, right? If you guys aren't participating and joining in, then come on. Like, what are we doing this? We're doing this together. A lot of these are problems that, like, I have experienced. A lot of these are ones that I know people have experienced, a lot of ones that we work through. And I know a big one is the burnout. You're feeling exhausted. You're feeling overworked. You feel like you're stuck in that endless cycle of work. Dude, you are not alone. Let me just tell you right there. You're not alone. Many of us, doesn't matter if you're a crafter, doesn't matter if you're a woodworker, doesn't matter if you're an apparel decorator, a laser operator, 3D printer, all of us, all small business owners have at one time or another struggled with burnout. And they definitely struggled with trying to grow their business, right? Like, we've all experienced. The good news is we can all run a successful business without sacrificing our health, our happiness, and our personal life. Because, that's what we got into this. So we could have, a happy, healthy personal life. At least I think that's why a lot of us got into it. So we're going to, go over, what I feel are 5 things that can help avoid that burnout, help us reclaim our time, and help us burn that profitable business without working 24/7. So it doesn't matter if you're brand new, if you've been in this a little while, or you've been doing this for a long time. I believe that all of these are going to kind of help you find that balance and work smarter and really help, prevent burnout from killing your passion. And so that's what we're going to do. So checking in. and we'll see Jerry's 5 things: taxes, invoices, designs, proofs, and still Facebook. Oh, still? I thought I seen something. I don't think so, Todd. At least not on mine. No Facebook for me. I'm gonna have to look and see. Remember, we have the conversation about Seinfeld that I'd only seen one episode, and it was the very last episode. It was the only episode I'd seen. I think I was in a call talking to somebody else, and they were talking about Seinfeld, and I'm like, I've only seen one episode, one full episode of Seinfeld. I know a lot of the nuances now, little jokes from it, because it's been gone for 20 plus years. But as far as I've only watched one episode full. Tim working on hats, as many as I can get through. Some still dirty. Oh, for those that don't know, Tim ordered in hats and they came in dirty, and they just said send them back, and they'll send them out new ones. It sounds like new ones came in dirty. Hi, Tim, Sarah, Jeff, Rena, and Jerry from Barb. And morning, Barb from Sarah. Hey, Jeff, Cindy, and Rena from Jerry. Brian says, burnout drives me nuts some days. Brian, dude, I'm there. I'm there with you. Hi, Brian. Sarah and Brian joined this. I'm telling you, man, I'm getting the crew. And I'm like, get here. That is true. They said Sarah, Brian. They said SB, SB, SB. Boom. And they both show up. Morning, Barb. Hello, Brian. Oh, no. You haven't seen Seinfeld. Got to watch Soup. I know the Soup Nazi, but, because it is a cultural reference. But I'm telling you, I just never watched it. It was on Thursday nights. Thursday nights was, I think, dark night or working night or something. There was a reason I was out every Thursday night for whatever reason during that time. I think it was work. I honestly think that's what it was. It was work, and I always worked on Thursday nights. Since I didn't really watch it, it was kind of going from it. It went from there. That's all I can say. It's don't hurt me for not knowing. Oh, okay, just don't. All right. So what do we got here? Here's some ways that as we look at this, raise your hand. I need you to, and like I said, I need you to say me. I need you to put something in there to know that, so that I know that you're paying attention to me. But how many of you have felt like your business is running you instead of the other way around? Raise your hand. Put a hand in the comments. Say yes, me. Yeah, me too. Whatever it is. But guess what? I do, and there's still times today that I feel like it does. Because running our own business, I mean, it's exciting, right? It can be very, very rewarding. And a lot of times it is just downright exhausting. We're designing, we're creating, we're packaging orders, we are answering emails, we're answering phone calls, we're posting on social media. And oh yeah, we're actually trying to be human beings outside of work. Hey, crazy, right? And on top of that, I forgot, somewhere in there, we're supposed to eat and sleep. And I guess there's this thing called a social life people are supposed to have. I mean, does that sound familiar? I'm telling you, we're going to go over some stuff where I'm hoping that this is going to help us, beat burnout and find that balance so that we all can start enjoying our business, and it's a big and, our life. So what do you say? You ready to jump? Ready to jump right into it? Let's see. See right here. You didn't miss much if you didn't watch Seinfeld. It was about nothing. That's so fun fact for that. And the reason I know this specifically right here was about nothing. The only episode I ever saw was the very last one. It was there was a local bar, radio station that was putting on a watch party for it, doing some stuff. My buddy's like, "Come on, let's go." I'm like, "I've never watched a show." Sure. I got picked for trivia. And the question was whatever it had to do, a show about what? And I'm like, I have no clue. And I said Central Park. And I'll never forget that. How long ago was that, man? And total got a round of laughter from everybody. I'm like, I told you, I've never watched Seinfeld. This is the first episode. They didn't believe, and they started asking stuff, and they could see it in my eyes that this truly was my first episode of Seinfeld. But for any reason, I get junior mints. I don't remember what the significance of that was, so somebody can help me out with that. Jerry says me. Everybody put your hands up, right? Wave them up. There we go. Jerry's got her hands, and she's definitely putting them up there. Social life is just a thing in movies. It's not real. But it can change, Jeff. It can change. That's what it can do. It can change. Jerry must have learned how to make emojis, because now she's all about putting stuff out there. What is that? Frankenstein? What has Jerry got going on there? So this is one that I do very, very, very religiously on it. Very rarely will I go over it. And we all became business owners because we wanted that freedom, right? Not being chained to a desk and not being ran by the man. But somehow now you are working way longer than if you would, if you were still in a regular, like 9 to 5. You're working 16 hours a day. You're answering messages at 11 o'clock at night. You're working till 2 in the morning. Sounds right, right? So, I used to tell myself that I'll just work until I'm caught up. But the truth is, I'm never caught up. There's always a list of stuff to done. There's another order. There's another email. There's another task. When we're looking at stuff, we're going through it, and there's times where you can't even enjoy family stuff because you're working so much. Hey, do you even live here? Because you're working so often. I mean, that it really hits home. So right now, this is what we need to do. Decide your work hours. I don't care if it's 9 to 5, 5 to 9, 10 to 3, 3 to 11, whatever it is. You figure out what is going to work for you. You set it and you stick to it. You can put in your social media signatures, your social or your email signatures, your social media posts, even an autoresponder that's set afterwards. Set those boundaries and enforce them. For me, I'm usually in the office between 5 and 6. Then I try and be done by 4 every day. Now, there's times that we'll definitely go later when there's stuff that, there's jobs that come in that require, that rush thing. We'll do lives at night. We'll do trainings at there, but those are all pre-scheduled things. Very rarely, after that 4 hits, do I do it. And so I come in here and I'm here between 5 and 6. I work to 7:30, take the kids to school, then get back from that and start into work. 2:30, pick the kids up, come back, finish out the day. So set a schedule and really, really stick to it. Okay. Set a schedule. You want to set those office hours and stick to them. Next up is a hard one. It's really, really, really hard. Stop doing everything yourself. You need to learn to delegate or automate. So get the Tates together. Get delegate or automate. Because we have a control problem. We think we're the only one that can do it as well as we can. Sound familiar? But if we're doing everything, we really end up doing nothing well. It's just how it is. When you're drowning in orders and you're still handwriting labels, anybody been there and done that, right? Still handwriting every shipping label that goes out there. How easy is it just to, hey, here's a spreadsheet. I can send it over here. Oh, wait, now I can automate it. And this is where when people say, I can't use AI. Listen, that's the best AI I have, where an order comes in and it's already in the system and all I have to do is click the order number and it prints up the label. AI did that for me. So those bashing AI, legit, think about it. There's something that I know that in every business that one way or another you can automate today. And so just pick one task that you can either automate, and that could be something like, scheduling social media posts, or delegate, maybe letting somebody else do something for you. Can you bring somebody in part-time and they can handle packing orders or sorting orders or emails? Can you send something, to a VA and have them take care of it? Just start small with that and watch how much time you free up. I don't know how much time we've saved over the years just by having labels print out for us and not having to write stuff out. Rollo printer, done, and just go ready to go. You don't have to do much for that. What I miss here? Sarah says, I always have friends tell me they miss me. Been there, and want me to tell them when I have some time, but that time never seems to arrive. That is true. I mean, there's a tip down here, Sarah, and you've done it well. We've done it well. And a lot of us have done it well. And so we're going to do that. We're going to talk about it. But it never seems to arrive. I'm there with you. Sarah, I miss you in the mentor group bunches. See? And Barb says, I've set shop hours and working hours. I am not a night owl, so I do my best during the day. Yeah. Rena right here, outsourcing has been a game changer for me. Oh, yeah, it has. Hell yeah, it has. Jerry finally bought a 3D printer. So cool. Yes, they are. A thermal printer. 3D printer. It's on my mind. thermal printer. Yes, they are. And Sarah says, I'm getting so much better with delegating. I have a minimum of 2 staff members every day, so I have at least been able to start creating SOPs, being more hands-off. I'm moving in the right direction. Yeah, and just little steps. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And you're doing great at it, Sarah. Congrats, Rena. Delegate. I have control issues. Well, or maybe it's delegate some of the ones that you don't have to have so much control over. But the thing is, Barb, like you know your schedule, you know your limits, you know the max that you can produce. And very rarely have I ever heard you, saying that you've taken rush jobs or taken things outside of that. You have very defined set of rules in order to place orders and to work with you, and you stick to them. So that's where you are light years ahead of me for it. So, Sarah, it talked about, friends haven't seen you. Guess what? Number 3, schedule personal time like it's a business meeting, right? It's not on your calendar. It doesn't exist, and that's how it is when you're running a business. I mean, like today, I've got calls scheduled. I've got meetings scheduled this week. Sarah, you'll schedule launches, schedule marketing campaigns, customer follow-ups. What about time for yourself, right? What about friend time? What about day off? Put it on that schedule. Like, we know, I don't know the dates for it, but there are 3 days this summer that I will not be in the shop and Corey will not be in the shop. And we have, we're looking back at different things to be able to do while we're gone, because we have automation in place to be able to handle that. But we're going to be in Wisconsin for 3 days. It sounds like we are, what are we doing? We're hitting up, or is it, we're hitting, I think we're hitting a Brewers game, a Friday Night Live, and then we're leaving on Saturday. I don't know. Sarah's making this a summer thing for us. And what do? We schedule that. You schedule people in the shop. We schedule it so we're off. This is what we do. When we go to trade shows, we schedule that off. That's when I see my friends, right? Just remember this year for DAX, I will not see people until later in the afternoon on Friday, because with it, DAX being so late in the year, comparative when it usually is, that's our kids' last day of school, Hattie's last day of elementary school. Definitely not missing that. So we won't be up there until later in the afternoon on that. So keep people updated there. But scheduling that personal time, like right now, pull out your phone, schedule one non-work activity this week. Maybe it's lunch with a friend. Maybe it's an afternoon nap. You can do that. Or a day off. Like, just do it. Treat it like it's an appointment that you're going to the doctor. You can't reschedule. You need to go. You need to do everything. It is important to you. It is important to your health. It is important to your well-being. And I'm really good about that when we have, we have the mom calendar. So when there's stuff up there for kids' schools, when we're doing different events, it's like, boom, it's on the schedule. It goes from there. It gets blocked off of my schedule. So that way I can make sure we attend it. That's what you need to do. Just get out there. The end of it is the most important for you to do. And Jerry says, at least you do, Barb. It took me 50 years to admit it. I have control issues, but after outsourcing, I don't have any control issues. I can definitely do more of this. And he says, thanks, Jerry. I love making money on things I don't even touch. There was somebody that asked a rush job about poster prints. And yes, we can print poster prints, and we have in the past, and it's no big deal. But the amount that they wanted and the time that they had it, what was already on our schedule, I'm like, oh. I said, let me see. So I checked with our other clients, our other outsource wholesalers, our partners. That's the word I'm looking for. And I was like, hey, what can we do with this? And they said, not a problem. Same day. Yep. Here's your price on it. Forward it through. And they were like, yep, we're good to go with it. So yeah, all I had to do is verify artwork was good, send it through, and make money. There's nothing wrong with making money. I will do that for each and every one of you. Signs, banners, decals, whatever the hell it is. It's March. It starts 7 for spring. But that way you guys don't even touch it. You do the artwork, send it through. We take care of it. And that's what we do too. So it definitely there. Jerry, I've tried to tell you for years, outsource. I know so many more businesses, especially since COVID. And I've seen a lot of screen printers where they closed everything down. They outsource it all now. They might do design work, but they might have designers do it for them. They're just working on sales. They might even have salespeople that just handle that. Very few things are getting produced in-house, and they're sending out every job. and they're way happier because they don't have the stress so much of the business there with it. There it is. Scheduled 3 days in July for my bestie. Who's your bestie? Who are they coming? They coming too? I can't wait to meet them. Brewers Cubs game. State. That's what it's at. State Fair. I don't even. I haven't been to a fair. I couldn't tell you how many years. State Fair. Couldn't tell you. I don't know if I've ever been to a state fair. So whatever. So okay, that's apparently that's what's going on. Tim says I took a nap on Saturday after work, but wife did keep me out late Friday night. We went to a birthday party on Saturday, and we were there like an hour tops, and then we were back home. It was our anniversary weekend. We don't have an anniversary this year, so that was it. How we spent our anniversary at somebody's 40th birthday party. It's kind of nice. All right, number 4. How many of you have a done for the day ritual? You know, it's easy to say I'm done working, but our brains up here don't always get the message. 1 minute you're watching Netflix, and the next you're checking, your email for orders. Right? Been there? I am still there. I needed to start trying this shutdown ritual, and it helps me at least get out of here. It's tidying up that workspace. So what kind of crap do I have on my desk I can get rid of? What can I organize-ish where it needs to be? What's my priorities for tomorrow? So that's where we start. Here's the list of stuff. So I'm ready to go with that. And then I just walk away. That's it. I just walk away. I don't try to do anything else. I just walk away, and that's it. And for the most part, it does work. I try not to answer any calls, any emails, any messages that have to do with business after I leave the desk, because I don't want to take the risk of not remembering that stuff tomorrow or the next day, which my buddy Plod's here charged up ready to go because I use Plod a lot of things. And I don't want to have those late night interactions that I just, completely forget about, because I know we've all been there. So, figure out a workday shutdown ritual for you. It could just be close your laptop, done. A 5-minute cleanup. Maybe it's just lighting some sage and getting that out of here. But you have to make it a habit so your brain knows work's over, time to recharge. That's what it is. And one of the things that I feel is the hardest is, remember why you started this business, right? So, let's look at it. Why'd you start it? Really, really answer it. Freedom, more time with the family. Was it, the ability to do what you love? If we're always stressed and exhausted and overwhelmed, what's the point of doing this? Really, what's the point of doing this? If, we started it for the freedom, for the more time with the family, for the ability to do what we love, if we're always feeling that way. So write down your why, put it somewhere visible on your desk, phone wallpaper, whiteboard, workout room, I don't care. Somewhere where you can see it easily. So when burnout does start to creep in, because it will, you can look at it and you can, ask yourself this question. Am I building the life I actually want? If your answer to that is no, it's time to adjust. What needs to happen to build the life that you want? That's that simple. So, that's what we got. As we go through these, the 5 things for today is we're setting the office hours, and we're going to actually stick to them. We're going to stop doing everything ourselves because we can delegate or automate those things. We're going to schedule personal time like it's a business meeting, because we have to do that. We have to take time for ourselves, our family, the other things in life. We're going to create a done for the day ritual. And the most important, remember why we started this. That's what I got. Love to hear your comments, concerns, everything in the comments. Yeah, let me know what you're thinking. I have no clue. I think so. Like for us, I hear in our area, it's the Iowa State Fair, because that's Des Moines. I'm pretty sure it's down in Springfield for that. I have no clue, but it's there. Jeff says, I normally don't take naps. Naps take me. Very nice, Jeff. I don't know, Jerry. I don't know. It's harder working from home, but since I have a store, it's been a lot easier. That is 100% true. When I pack up and head home, I rarely take out my laptop at home. I'm the same way when, uh, except for this weekend because we did have a store that needed to that we were just going back and forth on. So I figured Saturday night while we were sitting there watching some wrestling with HUDs, I could sit and work on a couple designs, and I did that. But rarely when I leave here do I do any more work, and that's because I'm very structured with that. Leave the desk, leave work. Uh, Jeff said it's rough. Gaming PC is also my work PC and also my TV. Yeah, you've been there, Jeff. Yes, Illinois has State Fair at Springfield in August. Never went. And Barb, shutting off work can be tough. Absolutely. I have a notebook. I jot ideas down in the evenings. I do find that if I take the last 15 minutes of the shop day to clean and straighten up, it helps me stop work. See? Shutdown ritual. And even notebook. You're writing down the stuff. I don't always have the notebook, but my buddy Plod is close by, so that's been helping me. Yes, it is, Jerry. Remembering the why is a biggie. And Jeff says we have a state fair, and each county has one as well. Yeah, we've got, like, for us where we're at in the area, we've got the Rock Island County Fair, which is like demolition derby stuff and the animal things, and then across the river we've got the Mississippi Valley Fair, which that one is like a week long of concerts and craziness, and I don't think they do anything like anything else besides the races, and I don't think they do any races or anything like that. It's all just the whatever the hell it is, musical stuff, and then the normal fair stuff, food, animals, rides type thing. So I haven't been to that in 15-20 years. A Rock Island County Fair, probably even longer, and we print stuff on them. I just don't. And same here, Jeff. Same here, Jeff. State and county fairs. Oh, so we're talking about. And Barb, clean and straighten up. What's this task you speak of? I know, right? Like, you're telling me you don't have like right here in front of me. I'm going to make sure that things don't necessarily matter. Multiple notes on the desk from Friday because it hasn't been sorted to the place that it needs to go. So those are on my desk, so that way I can go through the stuff today where it is. Stuff from packaging that needs to get thrown away. That's it. A lot of, on my desk. I will say that currently on my desk, there is, let's see what I currently have on here. I got Plod sitting here. I've got notes sitting here. I've got a color chart sitting here. And then I've got, as I was reviewing stuff for X12, what I need to post, I've got their content catalog here of what I need to do to take care of it. And then I've got, my stack of paperwork that are over here that have stuff that's really not anything more than I need to go through. There's notebooks. There's another color chart from a different print over there. So I've been trying better about keeping that. Napkins, tissue, notes, we're good to go on it. So I have been trying to get better about cleaning up that mess. So I'm there with it. Same, Rena. Right? See, Barb's great at this. All right, that's what we got today. This week, as I was going through things, let me find I have a notes thing around here somewhere, and it was kind of topics of what I had scheduled for this month. So let me know, as I go through these, if any of these sounds like good topics for the show this month. Struggling to find customers, pricing too low or too high, inconsistent sales and cash flow, not knowing how to market effectively, overwhelmed by too many platforms, production bottlenecks, difficulty standing out from competitors, fear of pricing in selling conversations. And then we had this one I picked. So that's what I had in there. Understand pricing. That one was one of the pricing ones right there. So any of those sound good. I think those are topics that we're going to have this month for this, because we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you will make sure to set the reminder. Go like and subscribe and share. Go share this so that way we can get as many people as possible. That those are going to be some of the talks that we're having this month. And as always, if there's something you want to talk about or something you want to learn more about, let me know. Put those in the comments too. I'll do my best to research stuff and put it out there. One of the things that, as I got you guys here, a couple of the things that we started up that have now are going to, I think, morph into something else. Is we have our spirit wear training course that we're doing, and the people that we have in it, interesting enough to learn, it's not all about spirit wear. Some of them need some help in some other parts of their business too. And it's hard for me to say, hey, this is what we're focusing on, because I get it. If they're not confident in this part of it, then this isn't going to work. And so the one had a great idea. She says, so would you be open to just doing a monthly, like a monthly mentorship with us, where it's just one-on-one? We've already got calls scheduled up. They've already spent money. We already laid that out there. And I said, sure, but let me ask you this. What is that worth to you? And I said, I have my number in mind. And, if we're close on a number, let's figure something out. And, she said $500 a month. And I'm like, I think we can make that work. And so that's what we did. So something started as here we're putting together a course, we're working with that, as now kind of turned into a little consulting thing that I didn't really expect. But looking at our mentorship program, looking at the calls that we do, looking at doing this, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, kind of seemed like a good fit for it. So I think that's something that I'm going to explore this month. I have it written on my list to see how that plays out, because with that, I've got 10 on the other one. We're going to only do 10 of this one, and then we'd be good with it. But then it's kind of a one-on-one, like me and you together. Let's see what we can do and how we can build this. For those that don't know, Sarah might be a part of this, but she might be a part of this. Fine, she is a part of it. But it's one of those where it was like, hey, let's do this and see what we can have happen and do it there. So, we schedule a call, here it is. We have homework to be done between that call and the next call. We're working on what you want to work, focus on the things in your business and how to make it better. And, hey, I'm definitely almost 100% positive. Yeah, I'm very confident myself that we make you that money back. So that's something that we're looking at expanding into. Tuesday with Todd is on its way back. I will tell you that there's some things that are coming along that I don't know if it'll go straight to lives, but it will be falling in place where there may be some produced content and then falling back into lives, and we're going to go from there on things. So can't wait to see what this all holds. But like I said, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're interested in our mentorship program, which is a very little monthly fee, you can check the links for the comments. Check the comments for the links and go do that, because we have that call coming up at 9:30 today, our group session, 9:30, 25 minutes. I have not opened up Zoom or anything, so I'm going to go do that now. So that one is staying ready to go. Even if you only do it once a month, it would still be awesome. I know, and that was the thing, is we're looking at a couple different ways to do things. And, it was one of those where I'm not going to lie and say, this is, I stopped doing it because I was focused on the sales that were coming in. And doing Tuesdays with Todd, it brought brand awareness. People knew who we were and what we're doing. It was the same way with bundle drops. Like right now, somebody said something about St. Patrick's Day bundles. And I said, sure, we can do that. But here's the problem. I can spend, 2 hours, 3 hours putting that together, but rarely do people buy transfers for that. Main reason being is because we sell a transfer, it's $3 to $5, depending on what it is. They get a shirt. Somebody now can go to Walmart and they have the nice whole section of St. Patrick's Day stuff, and they can buy a shirt for $7. So when it's the custom stuff, it makes sense. When it's some of the other one, not so much. So on holiday themes, a lot of your big box is going to have those. But what they're not going to have is like the sports related things. So that's going to be the focus of transfer side. So we'll get those out in front of people so that way they can have it. And on Tuesday with Todd, we would put it out there, but we would talk to people about the products that we were doing in our in our lives and that. And I was like, yeah, glad to help. Did you guys use our affiliate? And they said no. And that hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings when people ask me to help them with products and one didn't purchase it from it or didn't use our links. I'm like, well, whatever. That's all I ask you to do is use some links. So we will get back into it because we redid our our commitment with JPPlus. So that one is very good now. And so we're going to make sure to focus on content with them, which really helps. What it does is when it comes to channel wise, what does it do? It pays for the stuff for YouTube. And what's that? That's the StreamYard. It pays for the Zoom. It pays for the cameras. It pays for the mics. It pays for the lighting. It pays for everything that goes along with it. We don't make money off of it. So the least amount that I have to put into it, the happier I am. So put it all there. And Sarah says, we pick your print all day long. We've been selling $18 tees all day long with our Pick Your Print event. And I'm pretty sure it's more the experience in the shirt itself. Absolutely. Because you have the retail side where that is in there. And you're able to do that. So that's what you can do. I'm down with that. All right. Everybody have an amazing day. We'll be back here Wednesday. New topic, new thing. Get your thinking caps on because I'm going to have you guys help me out with this. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We'll see you guys then.